Which Fire Emblem characters could I, a regular human, defeat in chess boxing? Well, first off, what is chess boxing? The usual rules are, y'all alternate between speed chess for 4 minutes, then boxing for 3 minutes, and repeat until someone either loses at chess by checkmate, or loses at boxing by KO or TKO. My stats. Physically, I got what's called a sleeper build, where you are a lot stronger than you look, which results in no pussy! I'm 6 foot tall black man, long wingspan, built-in helmet, a couple of years of martial arts training, but 0 days of specifically boxing training. But I work out pretty often, I run marathons, I'm not in the best shape of my life, but I'm much better off than you on the couch watching this video, Brendan. Mentally, as you all know, I am incredibly smart and have never been wrong about anything ever, but I don't have a ton of experience playing chess outside of playing Fire Emblem. But if I can beat Manding mode on New Game Plus, then how hard could chess really be? We're gonna look at the cast of Fire Emblem 3 houses and assume they all know the basic rules of chess. Pre-time skip, post-time skip, it ain't gonna matter. We all know that 5-year gap could have been 3 months and the story would have been exactly the same. I was gonna do the cast of Engage, but they're all too dumb. And I don't mean like, the characters are stupid, Engage bad. No, I literally mean they are too low IQ. They would all lose in the first round of chess. There is not a single intelligent character in that roster except for Pooh, maybe Jade, plus half of them are actual children, so it's not a good look for me in a video going, yeah, I'd smack the fuck out of these kids. The rating categories are, I could win at either chess or boxing, I would win at chess, I would win at boxing, too close to call, I would lose at chess, I would lose at boxing, I would lose at both chess and boxing, or they would be disqualified due to extenuating circumstances. Does that all make sense? Cool. First up, Byleth would beat me at either chess or boxing because they would cheat and use Divine Pulse and we'd never know. Which I ain't mad at. If I too had that Soul Raven powers, I'd do the same thing. The Beagles. Edelgard, she would win at both. She's got crazy smarts and crazy strength and a low center of gravity. She's a true hero. Villain. Hubert. He's not as smart as you may think. Remember all the times he's the enemy commander and all like, ugh, I've been defeated, but I can't fall here. Bro always has a numbers advantage and is still like 0-7 at strategy. I could outlast him in the chess phases and then easily beat his mage behind at boxing. Ferdinand von Ayer. He's the type of dude to be like, I'm so good at chess, and then lose in 4 turns to the most basic openers and then spit out his tea all over the board. He was also easily my worst unit in my Silver Snow Manding squad, so I beat him at either. Linhardt would potentially win at the chess part, but would be disqualified for showing up late or not showing up at all and choosing to sleep through it instead. Caspar is an incredible boxer. He's got that short king fury. This minion menace would win in the first round of boxing, but I might be able to beat him at the chess before that happens because he's kinda stupid, so too close to call. Bernadetta, assuming she shows up at all, she would have an anxiety attack and be disqualified due to time expiring. Dorothea, could I bring myself to punch Dorothea? Yes. Petra would do well enough at chess because it doesn't involve speaking or proper grammar, and then beat me at boxing doing flips and shit. Yuritsa would hear that we're having a fight and bring a knife and try to stab me, so DQ I guess. Monica. I mean, canonically she's dead, right? So yes, I could beat a corpse at chess. I wouldn't even need good strategy, but you can use good strategy with today's sponsor, Sword of Convallaria. I played this game over the summer. If you're a fan of tactical RPGs like I know you are, I think it's worth checking out. It's a pixel art tactics game where you recruit a squad of mercenaries, customize your squad, get them all equipped and dripped out, and journey to save the nation of Iria on an adventure where every choice you make reshapes your destiny. And Sword of Convallaria has a huge update happening right now. There's the new Night Crimson storyline, which adds investigation and detective elements to battle stages, so you can flex that big brain of yours. This update also introduces SP characters, alternate versions of original characters with unique appearances and new combat skills, like this alternate version of Raria from her younger days. Check out fan favorite Gloria in her new Midnight Waltz outfit. I would wear this in real life if I thought I could pull it off. Plus, there's special limited time events with daily login bonuses for unique rewards, like the Gale Sword and Secret Fates. Sounds pretty cool, right? You can use the link down below in the description and check out Sword of Convallaria on PC and mobile for free, so you too can join this new Night Crimson voyage. And thanks again to Sword of Convallaria for sponsoring today's video. Blue Lions. Dimitri will get disqualified for trying to eat the fucking pieces.
Sometimes you find edible plants among the weeds. Please do not eat the weeds.
Dudu would win at both. He seems like he's secretly good at chess, and standing still would activate his personal skill to buff his defenses and simply annihilate me in the boxing part. Felix. Could I beat Felix at chess? I don't know. Could I beat a wet cat at chess? He would lose at both. Ash, I think he'd put up a solid challenge during the chess part, but then lose in the boxing due to his, I don't know, low protein beta male build. Sylvain, his only talent is sleeping with women, and he's not even very good at that either. The boxing part would be close, but the chess part I could win. Annette, do not underestimate Annette. She'd probably win at chess, and she's pretty spunky, but I'd probably win at the boxing just from being significantly taller and longer arms than her. She's very small, so too close to call. Mercedes, could I bring myself to hit Mercedes? No, I'd have to forfeit. Look at her, I'd fall victim to her snow bunny hypnosis. Ingrid, I would win against Ingrid. I would make sure I win against Ingrid. I'd do whatever it takes to win against Ingrid. Yellow Deer. Claude would absolutely trounce me at chess. He's a sneaky schemer, that's his whole thing. Hilda, she's a lot stronger than she looks, but she'd probably get bored of the chess portion and leave the match early, so disqualified. Lorenz. The chess part would be pretty close because he's rich and comes from money. But look at this dude. Look at his hair. I'd beat him at boxing. Lysithia. She would win at chess. She's a huge turbo nerd who would study chess strategies in advance and somehow get like a 30-second checkmate. Raphael, if we go one round in boxing, I would lose immediately. But I think I could checkmate him in the first couple of minutes before we even make it to the boxing part, because he is basically an engaged character in Three Houses. Ignatz. Really? Ignatz? Really? Bro is the epitome of about to be stuffed in a locker coated. I know some of his post-time skip crit quotes go hard, but I ain't losing anything in life to fucking Ignatz. Marianne. Could I bring myself to punch Marianne? Yes. Stop being depressed! Leonie. That Bob was doing her no favors. Anyways, she would win at boxing, but I'd win at chess, so too close to call. The Church Folk. Sedith. Dragon Zaddy would win at both. He has 1,000 years of strategic wisdom and ripped beyond belief. Flayn. Losing to Flayn in chess would be like losing to a dog in chess. And because this is a Fire Emblem game, she's like 800 years old but looks and acts like a child. I'd win at both chess or boxing. Hanneman. He's the bumbling professor type, you know, max int, low whiz, and I think his int could help him win at chess. Manuela. Lord have mercy. Anyways, disqualified. She'd be too hungover to show up. Gilbert is a worthless human being, and when I see him, it's hands on sight. I'd have to beat his ass on principle. Aloise. He's a very silly man, but he's smarter and stronger than he looks. I think he would win at both. Catherine is very strong. I ain't see her teaching no thinking classes at the school, but in boxing, she would pummel me through the floor. Shamir, as soon as I see Shamir, I would not fight. I would simply propose to her instead, and then she'd slap me, and it would be the greatest day of my life. Cyril, he's not a slave. He just does manual labor in exchange for room and board, and also can't leave. And this is how I knew Rhea was the real bad guy. I know he's the high growth rates character in this game, but he certainly looks malnourished. Anyways, he'd lose. They don't be teaching him anything, I beat him at both. Gatekeeper. What's he doing here? He can't leave the gate for his match, so he'd be DQ'd. Geralt. Ain't he like 300 years old or something like that? That's so much wisdom and so much level ups. He's not the best at seeing obvious surprise attacks coming, but in chess boxing, he'd still win at both. Anna. Even if she were able to activate the Anatar state and use the power of all previous Annas, she would lose because I could easily bribe her $2 to throw the match. The Ashen Wolves, the mole people. Yuri is just Claude but even gayer. He would beat me at chess very fast. Balthus. I would break my wrist when trying to punch his abs, but listen to him speak once, and you know, I could maybe beat him in the first round of chess. He's very dumb and also bad at games, hence all the debt he has. We'll say too close to call. Constance. She would have the advantage because we'd be indoors, but I'd simply show her a picture of the sun to distract her and she'd lose. Happy. She's reason enough to buy the DLC. But ain't this the chick that can summon monsters by breathing? Yeah, the match wouldn't ever be decided because if she's losing, we'd all have to flee the venue from a coincidental Godzilla attack. The other group of mole people, the snake people. And before you ask, no, I would not be distracted by the Clussy because they wouldn't even make it to the venue. They would die in the sunlight as soon as they leave. They can invent missiles, but didn't know about vitamin D? Shez, that's not a real character. Anyways, Shez is very strong, but also very stupid, but also two people. If Arval can tutor Shez during the chess rounds, then Shez would definitely win a box. boxing. Rhea would win at both, because if I ever got the upper hand, she would go Dragon Zord mode. She could transform into a dragon so fast I didn't even have time to animate a cutscene when it happened in Crimson Flower. And it's not a DQ if you eat the referee too. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, then you may also enjoy my previous video that is a review of The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Comment below with how many FE characters you would beat at chess boxing, and today's comment code word is King. Comment King if you made it all the way through the video, and that's it, video's over.